Hello. Welcome to a special Black and Orange set of Black and Orange political tarot questions. Hello, everybody. I thought I would jump on this evening, say hello, and we could maybe just enjoy a little Indictment Eve. Got a little more chocolate here. My evening snack, actually, tonight. So I got a little chocolate here, and I've got you guys. I've got cards. Boo Boo is very happily underneath all tied up in the blanket. We were just hanging out in the great chair of happiness. Well, apparently, according to the news, I was actually just watching a TV show, rerun. Oh, thank you. I was watching a rerun, and there we go. Trump. We had seen a Trump Organization and CFO Alan Weisselberg expected to be charged Thursday, but now there is basically, it's saying that the arraignment is tomorrow, that the grand jury has already issued the indictments, and thank you. So this is very exciting. Thank you. This is very exciting. So I had to jump on. I thought we'd have a look at what's going to happen tomorrow, and we could just have a look at various people involved. Not to get, this is just the beginning. If you think, they bring it up in the news, and it's true. If you think about when the Mueller indictments started and all of that, it started with Papadopoulos back like a bazillion years ago. And then it finally worked its way through, and it took a couple of years, actually. I don't think this will take years, but it took a couple of years to get all the way to Manafort and whatnot. So here we are. Cheers, everybody. Rennie is saying they're going to lean on Weisselberg hard. I agree. Oh, thank you, guys. Thank you. So, since this is the Black and Orange channel, I figured Black and Orange. Go back to my roots. I agree, Lynette. I think Lynette saying I think Jennifer Weisselberg really help them out is true, and apparently she led them to some things that they wouldn't have known about otherwise. Woman scorned. Oh, thank you, guys. Thank you. They took full custody of her soon-to-be ex-husband took full custody of the kids. Is buried her in law stuff, and she just couldn't afford to fight. So, thank you. Is it sign? Signy? Cinny? Please, I would love to be able to pronounce your name properly. Sharon saying, I can't believe it's about to happen. It's something. Thank you, Roxanne. So let's start out with just a big old Celtic spread on tomorrow. Arraignment, indictment. Will it be a big deal? Will it be a small deal? We're definitely feeling some happiness that there's a chance or maybe justice. That's all I want. And I make it clear all the time. I don't want violence. I don't want anyone to get sick or hurt. No. Law, evidence, court, ruling, prison. So tomorrow, it may just be the beginning, so I'm trying to lower my expectations a little. Exactly, Roxana. A little justice is good. Mm-hmm. Sterling Roses, she'll get her kids when her ex goes to jail. Mm-hmm. Yes, Kate, a slice of truth shining through. So let's have a look. let's have a look, shall we? And I'm not really going to, this is all going to be on the same topic, so I'm not going to timestamp this, okay? So let's have a look. All right. Apparently the grand jury has already returned an indictment against Trump org and Alan Weisselberg. But anyway, so tomorrow, Thursday, July 1st, happy July, everybody. Let me just actually, no. Oh, nay. I could have done it that way, 5 cards. No. We're doing big Celtic spreads. We're doing overloaded Celtic spreads. Oh, you see me smile every day. Thank you, Pamela. Renier, Trump is praying Weisselberg keeps his mouth shut. But the possibility of jail loosening his lips, that's true. Oh, City, July 1st is Canada Day. Happy Canada Day. Okay, tomorrow, Trump org and Weisselberg. Apparently the override. I heard that, correct me if I'm wrong, but I heard Weisselberg is going to turn himself in tomorrow. Really? You don't say. All right, so many cards. Correct, Destinies. Here comes the sun. Do. In the past, there were thieves. Entertainment only. Just reading on the collective energy. In the past, there were thieves who lived in a tall tower in a place called the New York City. Center of the reading. Rained in the afternoon. Thank you, Shirley. Law enforcement. Coming quickly. Major arcana. This court will come to order. Above the reading. Oh, they are going to flap their gums. Oh, you know what to expect from Trump's side. Seriously? Oh, they've been waiting for this, but this is the card of a lot. In general, this is the meaning of the card. It really, the key word I would use for this card, a lot. It's a lot of something. In these readings, in these political readings, for some reason, I get, oh, that's a point. Let me go in and slow down the chat so that trolls find it harder to make mischief because they are not welcome here. This is such a good day. Okay, settings for this community. No, that's not it. It's not under settings. It's all the way at the bottom down here. Okay. Live chat replay. Message delay slow mode. All right, so I will start with 30 seconds. We'll see how that goes. Okay, save. All right, that should turn down that should slow down the trolls. We'll see how that goes. Okay. This is the card of a lot. A lot of stuff. But as time has gone on, it's broken down that I got cups for Democrats, pentacles for Republicans. But then about a year ago, the wand card started breaking out as the specific kind of far right wing beliefs of Trump. And Trump is the king of wands. So this is just a lot of what they do, a lot of what they've done. It's a lot of talking. It's a lot of lying, doing, and then this. They've been waiting for this indictment, but this is how their ships come in. So that may just be how they do. All right, base of the reading. That's how the business goes. Ooh, 5 of Pentacles. Wow. 7 of Wands. Look at that. You know how I was saying this is what the Trump people do? Well, this is now them on the defensive. And assets frozen, anybody? Possibility. Assets frozen, not able to get loans being called back in, but out in the cold. That's the base. So this is what they've done, hanging over them. And this is the base of tomorrow, because I'm asking about tomorrow. All right. Home environment. Okay. Tomorrow is not the be all and tomorrow's not the be all and end all. Okay? You have to understand that. It's not going to be the perp walk with Trump and everything's shut down. His assets, all the assets are seized, it's not going to be that. And this is the card of disappointment. And this figure who is disappointed and who really either needs longer pants or a longer cape, it just bugs me. The water's gone, the land is dry, so why do you wear your pants so high? Anyway, he's disappointed that the cups have been knocked down, but there's still cups over here that are still standing. And that's the key to this card of disappointment. Don't just look at what we don't get. Look at what we get. All right. Home environment. Hopes and fears. Oh, hoping to just do the Trumpy thing. This is the people who protect Trump. Lawyers. This is often my card for Junior. Again, wands. It's what they do. How they do it. The people protecting Trump. Hopes and fears. Hopes they can just fight back and it'll be fine. What other people see. Attack on the whole family. And it is certainly a house divided. At least as far as Jennifer Weisselberg is involved, concerned. So there's that. The challenge. Putting together how the challenge was the millions of documents, and that they thank you, Square Peg, thank you. Putting together the plan, figuring out how everything worked. The Trump org is a holding company, and there are, I heard, at least 200 individual LLCs, but they're all under this holding company. And that allows for a whole lot of shenanigans or a lot of moving parts to try to obfuscate. So they had to figure out they hired a special firm to go through all the documents. That's the challenge. Now, 2 cards for the near future, 3 cards for the final outcome. 500 companies, is it? Thank you, Cece. Tuxedo Cat saying next the gag order. Well, let's hope not. But anyway, near future 1. So I'm reading about tomorrow. Magician. Okay, so that's going to be lawyers. with a fool for a client. So Weisselberg, but this is they've been boneheads in how they've done things and thought they could get away with it, and did get away with it for a long time. But this is lawyers representing fools. That's what that is. All right, final outcome. I'm reading about tomorrow. Burden. Oh my gosh, there's going to be so much to go through. There's going to be because the defense is going to want, what are you basing these charges on? What are you basing all of this on? And it's like, oh, here's 8 million pieces of paper. Thunk. That's what that is. Thank you, MT. Thank you. Yes, and cover the news. Kristen, a first round of indictments. Exactly. Then there's going to be quiet. And we have to understand that things are going to be quiet because they're going to be working, trying to flip Weisselberg. They have to go through all of this stuff, fruits of labor. So Fennec is saying it may not be a lot, but it is something. Yes, exactly. Thank you, Fennec. So, all right, so that's where we're starting. We're starting with tomorrow. So let's do, I'm just going to do a bunch of overloaded Celtic crosses, and I'm not time stamping this. It's just going to be a series of big readings. Let's do a reading on Weisselberg himself. How's he doing? What's he going to do? What's going to happen in future? Sherry's saying the indictments would never have been issued if the prosecution didn't feel like they had locked it up. Mm-hmm. Lynette, it takes time to talk to attorneys. True. It's going to take time. Let's see here. Weisselberg. Alan Weisselberg, come on down. You are next to meet the judge. Okay, let's see here. Alan Weisselberg. Girding his loins as 'twere. Little liquid courage to help him sleep tonight. He's expecting to show up and go through whatever he has to go through. And he's fully expecting to be sleeping in his own bed tomorrow night. Thank you, Flora. Thank you. Hello, everybody. Yes, Patty Palmer, our new heroes, the forensic accountants. Exactly. So, is Weisselberg, is he going to be spending tomorrow night back in his own bed? Or are things going to be uglier than he thinks? But just general. If I was asking, did something happen tonight? There was talk that tomorrow that the indictments were going to come out, but it just came out just a little while ago. The grand jury has officially, what's the word? Granted the indictments. I don't know what the legal term is, but in the past, the sword of truth. I'm reading Alan Weisselberg. Center of the reading. Oh, they have boxed you in. They have boxed you in, Spiffy. That's just how it is. Legally, they've just... so he can't move, and that's what they're doing tomorrow. All right, above the reading, aggressive law enforcement and a complete change of your world. That is what is hanging over him tonight. Issued indictments. Thank you, Shirley. Base of the reading. Justice card. I can make this up. Base of the justice versus a victory. They think they'll be able. They think they'll be able. He thinks they'll be able to just delay. Do what Trump does. Delay. Get people in the right area. That's not what that says. Okay, home environment. Alan Weisselberg. You have some thinking to do. You have a legal decision to make. Hopes and fears. Hoping to just, this will all blow over and go back to work. Fruits of labor and just pay a fine, and that will be it. Marjorie, updated 18 minutes ago, grand jury has indicted Weisselberg as of 10 p.m. Eastern. Aha. Hey, Catherine. Oh, we'll get to Sniffy. Sammy's wondering if Sniffy is raging right now. We'll get to Sniffy. So he's just hoping it's just all going to go away. All right. What other people see? This is the card I get for Trump's base of power. Nobody's technically looking at Weisselberg. Nobody really cares about Weisselberg. Well, we're really looking at Trump. The challenge. A prosecutor. That is the perfect card for Weisselberg's challenge right now. A prosecutor, facing the prosecutor. All right. Near future 1 and 2, and 3 cards for the final outcome. Near future 1. So Alan Weisselberg. Near future 1. Yeah, just trying to stay calm and just go in there and que sera, sera. There are lawyers, there's only so much you can do. Knight of Cups. Of course, it's all political, and all through this, you're going to see them saying it's Democrats, it's political, it's only going to happen because of, you know the drill. You know the drill. All right, 3 cards for the final outcome. Shirley, the Trump Organization and Weasel have been indicted. Will be arraigned tomorrow afternoon. Yes. Final outcome. Oh, things get very dodgy in his material world. Burdened. He is burdened in a big way. And then things are going to go quiet. But this is also, the burden is this threat of not only losing out financially, but this can be a card. Generally, what I get the 9 of Swords, the person sitting on the bed holding their face with the swords hanging over them. I get that for that's a card of worry, of going to jail. But this is quiet as a tomb. And yes, I know the insides of prisons are not quiet, famously not quiet, but the burden of he and possibly family members facing jail time and financial ruin, basically. Just everything, can't get loans to pay, because it's with the way that they've set up the business, it's kind of steal from Peter to pay Paul kind of thing. Well, if you can't get Peter's money, Paul's going to be really mad. So this is going to be hanging over him, and it is going to be a burden. And it isn't Major Arcana. It's all on him. So it isn't like, oh, the bigger forces, which would be good, but no, that's to emphasize that pressure is exactly on him. Okay, so that's fairly near term. I think we need to look at, is he going to cooperate? Weisselberg in general. Weisselberg, are you going to cooperate? Pamela's saying we're going to find out there were no billions. Mm-hmm. Oh, we'll read on Sniffy in a minute. First, let's see. Then I want to read on Senior, Sniffy himself, and then I want to read on Sniffy Jr. And he has basically been in charge. Oh, at 2 p.m. is the arraignment tomorrow? Oh, no, you're saying what time it is where you are. Okay, thank you. CC Reiter is pointing out that Trump also personally guaranteed many loans, like the Deutsche Bank loans due in 2023 and 2024. Well, I'm not getting my hopes up about Deutsche Bank. They're so corrupt. But we'll see what happens. So, Weisselberg, are you going to cooperate? To what extent will you cooperate if you do? Do the right thing. You have kids. You don't want to spend your life in jail. The rest of your life in jail, and you don't want to see your kids go to jail. Come on. Come on. You gonna cooperate? Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Weisselberg. 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 Yes, I know that's this song tuned to Edelweiss, but he has grandkids, exactly. Oh, card for the reading right now? Oh, no. Mr. Trump's going to protect him. He's going to do what Mr. Trump says. Mr. Trump has been through 6 different bankruptcies and got away with it and has done this and that and became president and all these things, even though he's wildly corrupt. So I'm going to listen to Mr. Trump. Good luck with that. Weisselberg, are you going to cooperate? In the past, Jennifer Weisselberg marries his son. She's key. Her information and where she was able to point things out. Bless that woman. Center of the reading. Fruits of labor. Where'd you get the money? Where'd you get the money, Alan? Above the reading. Communication. Oh, he decided where the money would go. This person gets this, that gets that. This is how we do this. Trump made the decisions. He would just make it happen. But ultimately, all the money stuff went through him. Oh, Elector, this is a special. This wasn't planned. Okay, base of the reading, Queen of Wands. So, politically or socially married to Trump, who is the King of Wands. These are the people most loyal to him. Being loyal to Trump may leave you dirt poor. Because as much as in the past, you might think, oops, I'll just do what Trump says. It'll be fine. Everything will be good. Trump University, $25 million fine and shut down. Trump Foundation, shut down. Family banned for 10 years from having anything to do with a charity. there can be consequences. But he still feels like, I'm just gonna do what Mr. Trump tells me to do. Home environment, are you going to cooperate? This is Weisselberg's home environment. This is what he's about to go through. It's gonna get ugly. Okay. Oops. Hopes and fears. Trump, the man who thinks he's 100 feet tall and has really impressive blonde hair. That's Trump the bully. That's how Trump sees himself. Hopes and fears. Hopes, you just... Yes, Aspie Third Eye. Trump saying Weisselberg? I don't really know him. I might have met him once. Or Ivanka saying, I don't know what his title is. I'm not really sure. Oh, she gets on my last nerve, but that's just me. All right. What other people see? Okay, this has come up twice now. All right, tomorrow. There is something about tomorrow we're going to find disappointing, okay? We just will. But that's okay. This is just the beginning, okay? This is not the end. Just remember, remember, remember. Seriously, hang in there. This is good. But this is the beginning. It's not going to be like, oh, they're just doing this little thing and then that's going to be the end of it. No, you don't start out with the big thing. You start out with the little things and get people to cooperate as you go along till you get to the big things. Sherry, her fake baby doll voice is like fingernails going down a chalkboard. Bless you, Sherry. I was saying that the other day. We are going to feel some disappointment, but so are they. The challenge, being beaten up from all the years of dealing with Trump and the Trump family and the Donald Trump dealing with him. Imagine working with him for decades. For those of you who are not regular viewers, I have what I call the elevator test, which is, because I read on politics, I read on politicians every day, and they don't have the loveliest energy in general. And so basically I set the bar as low as, okay, if I was trapped in an elevator with this person for an hour, would I feel safe? Or how would I feel in general? Trump, I wouldn't feel safe. I wouldn't. I really wouldn't. Being alone with him in an enclosed space? Mm-mm. But that would be for an hour. Imagine working with him for decades. All right, near future one, are you going to cooperate? Queen's Tarot, the reason you can't post easily is there's a 30-second delay between when you can send messages. I had to slow down the chat to keep trolls out. All right, near future one. Oh, look, it's lawyers. Standing up in court to be arraigned. Near future two. Oh, go out and fight back. Because the prosecutor isn't going to have a huge PR push going. But they will. The Trumps will. It's nothing. Nobody else gets, everybody else who gets in trouble for this thing, they just get civil charges. This is a witch hunt. Final outcome 1, 2, and 3. Alan Weisselberg, are you going to cooperate? Cy Vance, his people, they have all the documents they need. They have all the evidence. They don't have to go searching for it. sitting pretty. And there was someone on the news who was saying it's easy, it's a lot easier to say I'm not gonna cooperate. I'm not gonna be a part of this. I'm not gonna do this until you're the one standing in court. Until it's your name on the indictment. Thank you, guys. This is the evidence. He's pretty much going to be like, somebody's going to win in this situation. Somebody's going to be sitting pretty in this situation. And he's going to have to decide, is that going to be me? Or is that going to be Trump? But this is Democrats and just a little bit of a celebration. It's not going to be easy for him to go against Trump because he's as corrupt as Trump is. But he pulled his whole family into it, and his whole family. Thank you, Sue. Yes, exactly, Ian. This is not the end. This is the beginning of the end. Yes. Exactly. Do tell. Just a few more cards on Weisselberg. 5 cards. His own family. That feels like he's got to think about his own family. We're starting with the card of going up the river, going to prison. That's where this 5 card drawing is starting. Empress. Wouldn't even be a prison nearby. Star in the middle. You'd be the star witness, or you're gonna be famous in your prison. Out of money. Working. This feels like him finally being upset and not happy about it, but him finally grabbing the pad of paper and a pen and starting to give information. Because he tries to hold back, but eventually he just starts talking. It's going to take a little bit of time. Okay, so I don't know. I feel like a rebel not doing the time stamping tonight, but this is all on the same topic. Okie dokie. Let's look at Sniffy. How's Sniffy doing tonight? Carmela Rikers is right across the river, is very close. Oh, okay. I don't know. It felt like being sent farther away, but I don't know. Cheryl, how do you type on your computer with those nails? I don't. Well, I can type a little bit like this with them when I have them on, but I type very quickly with them off. Anyway, Harpy, you're a rebel. Yes. Hello, Lynn. Thank you, Crystal. Sniffy. Oh, Sniffy, where are you? Hey, Donald. Where are you? I'm going to do a full Celtic spread. Oh, Donald. Okay, whereas Weisselberg is doing the whole liquid courage, try to get some sleep. Trump is in a rage. Awful. All right, so in the past, 2 cards for the center of the reading. Donald Trump. So Trump.org is going to be indicted tomorrow. Fred would be so proud, wouldn't he? I'm not saying he was honest. I am saying he wouldn't like it. Hello, Mr. and Mrs. Frosty Bean. Sniffy. On the defensive. Oh, he's telling anybody, absolutely anybody. He'll talk to the potted plants and the walls if he has to just, we've never done anything wrong. We've never broken any laws. We're, pure as the, yeah, right. Mm-hmm. Oh, sorry. In the past, somebody became president. Somebody had a company, and someone became president of the United States. This is the card of institutions. Okay. It's probably Trump.org, but it's also the high-profile stuff too. I got 2 cards for the center of the reading. The sitting pretty, but the evidence of how Trump ended up sitting pretty. How it ended up looking like he has a lot of money. They have all the evidence organized. I'm not getting the card of evidence they're still looking for. They have a lot. A lot. All right. Above the reading. Oh, Trumpy. I was talking to Kristen Langston once, and she said, when you read on Trump, does he like try to talk to you and stuff? And I was like, no. She's like, you're lucky. I consider that lucky if I don't have to talk to him. Above the reading, prison, Ivanka. If he's going to be worried about his kids, guess who he's going to be worried about? Base of the reading. Don't anybody dare flip. Everybody be loyal to Trump, as he talks about himself in the third person. Be loyal to Trump. Be loyal to Trump. And that Jennifer Weisselberg. Ooh. She should absolutely not be in the same room with them. Be loyal to Trump. Be loyal to Trump. Okay. Home environment. Oh my gosh. The people around Trump, it feels like they're all just like, will he please shut up? Oh my gosh. Will he please just shut up? Oh, I've heard you guys, I've seen you guys in the chat talking about Marie's table. Her husband is not well. So definitely sending prayers. Definitely sending prayers. She's such a sweetheart. Okay. Home environments. Do you know who I am? I'm going to tell this joke again. There was a, and actually having been on the edges of aviation for many years, I actually, this is meant to be a joke, but I can see this happening. I could actually. There's a guy at the desk on an airport trying to get on a flight, and the flight attendant, she's standing, at the gate, and she's standing there typing and stuff, and he's trying to get in first class, and she won't let him, and on and on and on. And he finally is just like, do you know who I am? And she just looked at him. She reached over and she grabbed the overhead mic, Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. Is anyone here aware of who this man is? If anyone is aware of who the man at the gate is up at the desk, please come to the desk. Thank you. Do you know who I am? There, dear. We'll figure it out together. Home environment. Do you know who I am? Hey, Kevin. How you doing? Oh, I hope they used some of the evidence that was carted out of Michael Cohen's place. That would be good. All right, home environment, hopes and fears. Oh, just keep stirring the pot. Just keep stirring the pot. It's what they normally do. What other people see. Hello, Justice. Hello, Sword of Truth. Where have you been? We've missed you. Sword of Truth. The challenge. Aw, poor little Trump isn't going to return to, he's not going to be put back in office. Poor little Trump. I guess Biden's presidency is secure. Near future 1. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Oh, legal swords. That's smarts. Near future 2. Page of Pentacles. Oh, this is the sons. They've been in charge of the business. Also, who's been moving money here and there, but final outcome 1, 2, and 3. Final outcome 1. That is a lack of funds. A serious lack of funds. Final outcome 2.
Okay, I found this on the web for his lack of funds. Check it out.
Okay, sorry about that. I started just randomly talking. Lack of funds. The world as he knows ending. His end of a chapter, end of a book. And then got a strength card. Oh. Silencing the orange beast. Can we just enjoy this for a while? I'm just gonna sit here and just hold these cards. Just so we can just sit here and chat. I'm just enjoying this. Lack of funds ends the world as Trump knows it. Silencing the orange beast. That's the final outcome for Trump. And the cards have been consistent. The message has been consistent. All right, so we do need to look at Junior. I want to look at Sniffy Jr. since he's really, I mean, supposedly he and Eric are in charge. We're in charge while in theory, Sniffy Jr. and Eric were in charge while Trump was president, but of course Trump was really still in charge. But Junior's got some issues. What's going to happen to Trump Jr.? Then we can look at Ivanka if you'd like. John, here's just serious gloating. Oh, thank you, sir. C. Torino. Thank you. Geek Hillbilly. Trump's going to sound like Mad Yosemite Sam. He is. Yes. That was Siri. Okay. He didn't pipe up. Okay. Junior, hey. His whole body hurts. Oh, aching, just ache, just everywhere. Just terrible ache. Everything hurts. That can happen. All right, Junior. This man has a small mammal on his back. Entertainment only. Polly wondered, don't just gloat. Gloat excessively. Sharon, kidneys in trouble. Oh, I don't know that it's necessarily kidneys. It's when one really gets into powdered donuts and you have a lot of powdered donuts for a long time, and then you kind of need more and more powdered donuts. And so it's the anyway, I'll just stop there. Family business nostalgia. That's what he grew up in. In the past. Oh, Junior, look at all this money we've made. Look at our alleged ill-gotten gains on display. Okay, center of the reading. Oh, dear. Junior. Junior. Stop. 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 It's snowing powdered sugar. Stop. Above the reading. Sitting pretty. Not anymore. It looks like we're sitting pretty, but the reality is hanging over you is all the legal swords falling into your back as well. Because if they did this with Weisselberg and his family, good luck saying they didn't do that with the Trumps. We already heard of one instance where Ivanka was illegally, she was paid as an employee, and then she was also paid as a consultant for the same thing. And Trump put that on his taxes as an expense. So she was that expense was there twice for the same person. Oh, thank you, guys. Lynn's saying that Junior's moved on to cubed sugar. There we go. Base of the reading, burden and judgment. Everything hurts. Wow. Oh. Okay. Home environment. Oh, I'm missing a card. I'm short a card. I need the challenge card. Honestly, they did say, the best is yet to come. I love you guys. Oh, we're going to see it too. Card sitting over here, that's America. We're going to see it. All right. Home environment. Nothing up my sleeve. Where'd you get the money, Sniffy? Big money. He has a really expensive hobby. Hopes and fears. Oh, yuck. Him and the girlfriend or whoever he's got. Ick. Ick. What others see. Things coming to light. That it feels like an extremely bright sun glaring down. Sun doesn't look too pleased either, does it? The sun there, it looks very dubious, like, mm-hmm. The challenge. He's afraid of going to prison. And he's wildly paranoid right now, too. Which also happens if you live on powdered donuts. All right, near future 1 and 2, and then final outcome 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Oh, thank you. All right, near future 1. Oh, look, it's a thief. Near future 2. People who are very, very closely aligned with Trump. Employees, family, everybody. Tomorrow, according to the cards, according to what's being said, they will be exposed. The people around Trump will be exposed to be thieves. Legally exposed to be thieves. Anyway, final outcome 1, 2, and 3 for Don Jr. Final outcome 1, that's a prosecutor. Final outcome 2, that's Tower. And that's not Trump Tower. Or if it is, it's not doing so well. Giant lightning bolt. Zap. Final outcome 3. Why am I getting parole? Standing up and talking for himself in a court in one of those courtrooms that barely looks like a courtroom. It could be a like for city council or something, with all the wood paneling everywhere and the fluorescent lighting. Feels like him later on standing up to try to get parole. Speaking for himself about being a better person and having gotten off the powdered donuts, like he had a choice. That's what it looks like. Oh, Junior, seriously, if you were not such a rotten human being, I would feel sorry for you. This is the mess you made. You decided to stay in your father's company. You decided to take part in all of this. You decided to have the hobby that you have. You decided. You are where you put yourself. Stella's saying, the Trumps are all screaming, but what about Hillary? Hillary's emails. Yoy. Okay, so let's look at Ivanka. Galanda's asking about if DeSantis protecting Junior's Dunkin' Donuts habits. I was really hoping to not read on him tonight, but I will if it's relevant. Oh, there's a kitty. Oh, there's a kitty coming out of the little warm cocoon. Hello, sweetness. How are you? Good boy. Hello, good boy. The booze and kitty. Cohen is saying, quote, Sue is sharing that Cohen is saying over 300 hours of testimony to 9 different governmental agencies has finally led to tomorrow's long-awaited indictment. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Laura Trump having a fit because Joe Biden was on the cover of Vogue and Ivanka wasn't. Ivanka. going to happen to Ivanka? Instant blown glass delicate mode activated. Ivanka. You're so fake. You're so fake. It's the only mafia family she's ever known. Institution. In the past. Actually, this feels like in the past, she would find ways to lay down the law. Seriously, the whole, I'm just this delicate little mother and everything's so perfect. No. These are people under the best of circumstances you wouldn't have you wouldn't want to know them. You really wouldn't. All right, center of the reading. Oh, that's a sword of truth. Hello, Ivanka. Hanging above Ivanka. Evidence. They're just going to be talking about her and her family and the family's company and the grift and the theft and the tax evasion and the. This is all the evidence that's going to be there. This is everyone's going to be talking about it. That's hanging over her head. Oh, poor little Ivanka. Base of the reading. Even though it seems like sometimes, well, even though sometimes it doesn't work, do what Daddy says and do what the lawyers say. Ivanka, you are the if anybody is not going to be thrown under the bus, if anybody's going to be protected by the family, it's you. They're all going to protect you. That's what they do. That's what they always do. Home environment. I've been in my my daily readings at noon. I have been reading a little bit on Jared. He's a little upset at Donald and the Trump family. A little bit upset. By the way, if the trolls get too bad, just let me know. I'll slow down the chat even more. Oh, Queen's Tarot. Speaking of Ivanka, Stephanie Winston Wolkoff just tweeted about her as you said her name. Really? Yeah, rich men always take the fall for pretty rich mothers. Yeah, things are not great at home. Hopes and fears. Oh no. But whatever shall happen to our amounts of money? But if you think about it, unless they come after Kushner, they could live off Kushner's money. They don't. I'm hoping they eventually go after Kushner's money, but Eric and Junior, they don't have super rich spouses. But still, gasp. What other people see? Okay, tomorrow we may be a little disappointed at what we hear, but it's going to cut. We will see. It's going to matter. Tomorrow is going to matter. Oh yeah, that's right, Leanne. She also lied under oath about the inauguration money. Oh yeah. The challenge. That's a prosecutor. You can't breathy voice, sweet little delicate 6-foot mother of 4. Yeah. Anyway, near future 1. Trying to turn toward her family and her husband. Partnership. Keep the kids, keep the emotions down, protect the kids. At least as much as you can. Which is not going to be easy considering the state of things. Final outcome 1, 2, and 3. Final outcome 1. Star. Final outcome 2. Sitting pretty. Final outcome 3. Judgment. They're going to protect her. They're going to protect Ivanka. They just are. She's still going to face judgment. She's still going to have. But one way or the other, even starting years ago, I kept getting Ivanka remarrying a number of years down the road in a much, much, much smaller ceremony. If they're going to protect anyone, it's going to be her. Stephen saying the indictment won't be unsealed until tomorrow afternoon Eastern time. Okay. Well, I've been on for over an hour, but is there anyone else directly related to this indictment tomorrow? Or what's going to happen tomorrow with the indictment? I'm not sure I'll be able to read on it, but if you have, just put it in all caps. If you, hello, Melody. Yeah, I agree. It does affect globally. Oh, people are saying 2 p.m. So I'm guessing that's what time. Tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern. So 1 p.m. Central. I'll be on live. I will be here. Pamela, indictments are going to be unsealed during my live tomorrow. Yep. Nice. Eric. Okay, sure. Eric. What's going to happen to Eric? He's the only word that comes to mind. I think it's Yiddish. Is this right? Is Erica Putz? It's the word that came to mind. Will Fox cover Trump's legal troubles? Cover like coverage, like talk about it, or cover like pay for some of it, because that's not going to happen. Eric. That's a card for prison. That's a card of going to prison. That's the card for the reading. Okay, let's see what's going to happen here. Okay, good. That is the right word. Okay. In the past, for Eric, he's second fiddle to his brother. Just is. Always has been. Center of the reading. He has the same kind of PTSD and trauma from being a Trump child. But you're an adult. You have children. You're married. You don't have to be there. You didn't have to be there all these years. You could go do something else. That is your choice. Above the reading, it feels like his wife is, okay, she's like, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. You don't need to worry. Okay, base of the reading. He's worried about his father. If they take Trump or away from Dad, it's going to kill him. Number one, it won't. Number two, we don't want that. So please don't say that would be good. It's not good. That's not. We're not like that here. We're not like that on this channel. We just want justice. We don't want harm. Okay, home environment for Eric. Why is this? Why is my card for evidence in his home environment? There's actually talk for Junior that investigators were able to get some emails and documentation and all of this kind of stuff because they went to Sniffy Jr.'s ex-wife, like while the divorce proceedings were starting. And she said, well, there's everything that's on this computer here. Here. She lived in the home. They both lived there. It was her right to just hand stuff over. There's evidence in evidence in Eric's house too. Okay. Hopes and fears. Oops. They caught us being thieves. Or they got this information. Very odd. What other people see. Rank corruption. I'd say that's fair. That's what I see. Okay. And the challenge. Protect Ivanka. All right, for Eric. Near future 1 and 2, and then final outcome 1, 2, and 3. Near future 1. He's worried. I've got his wife giving him this very stern pep talk. Near future 2. Yeah, because he's right in that whole family mess. Oh, thank you, Lila. Final outcome 1, 2, and 3. Final outcome 1. Final outcome 2. Final outcome 3. You know, of all the readings I've done, I have in the past picked up Junior going to prison. I really haven't picked up Eric going to prison. Not really. This is you and I being happy. This is Eric turning on his family. Ultimately turning on his family because he has kids. He has a wife. And she's not going to go to prison for the in-laws? The in-law? No. Mm-mm. Nope. But it's going to mean the death of all he has known. I would feel sorry for him if he wasn't such a rotten human being. He and Tiffany and all of them, they went, remember the Republican convention, national convention, the best is yet to come, that thing, or Tiffany was talking and Eric was out there too. Eric went out there and he was yelling and being awful. Children had been taken from their parents for years at this point, and they're still going up there and acting the fool, trying to protect Trump. Now, I have no sympathy for you. Nope. So, all right. Another sip here. Melania, I read on her the other day, and I got this very strong mental image of like one of those exaggerated cartoon figures holding the old-fashioned suitcases going, just like sneaking out. That's what I got the other day when I read on her. So. Boho is saying, wait. Boho is saying, Cy has that grand jury booked for 6 months, 3 times a week, raining indictments. So, all right. I guess that's about it. I'll see. So how is this whole trial? Is it going to be trial, series of trials? How is the legal side of it going to go from the legal perspective? How is this going to go? Thank you, Gerardo. All right. How's this all going to go from the legal perspective? So many documents. Well, didn't Cy spend a lot of money going to a company that specifically sorts through massive amounts of information? Oh, it's all set. It's copied, staples in the legal binder things. Very straightforward. This is gonna hurt. They're gonna dole out some. They're gonna stick those metaphorical swords where it hurts. In the past, well, even going forward, the Trump people, they're going to be winning the PR game. Because that's going to be their thing. Passed. In the center, swift justice. Full force, big movement. Major arcana. Loud. Okay. Hanging above the reading. Balance out the chaos. Balance out the indifference. Hold off the chaos with balance. Justice. Fair enough. Base of the reading. Ooh, shine a light down on the money. Follow the money. Oh, and then this time we've got the sun looking at the money. All right, home environment. It's a matter of time. Just laid out. Wheel of fortune turning. The wheels of justice turn slowly, but they grind finely, I think they grind slowly, but they grind finely, something like that. Hopes and fears. Hoping people will cooperate. They want to make this case as strong as possible. What other people see? Justice. Investigators. The people working for Cy Vance himself. Yeah. The challenge. Oh, it's going to be so visible. And this is going to be big news just because it's even before they get anywhere near indicting Trump himself with something, this has never been done before. So, he killed by saying, I bet Trump org's assets are seized or frozen tomorrow. I am getting that disappointment card. So, let's think of it this way. Tomorrow, after all this time, the universe is giving us a present. Think of it that way. The universe is giving us a present tomorrow. If you know you're getting a present, do you just think, oh, well, it's not going to be good enough? Or once you get it, are you just like, oh, this isn't good enough? Or are you just like, I'm getting a present, thank you. You've given me a present, thank you. We have to think of it that way, okay? It's not going to be all over tomorrow. It's not going to be, the sky is not going to crack open. All right. No matter how much Trump would like to use the forces of Cthulhu or Thanos or whomever to subjugate the entire country. Anyway, near future 1 for this legal process. Again, disappointment. It's not going to look like much. It's not. It will matter. It will matter. It is going to be very important. Yes, just the appetizers. Curb your expectations, but we're moving. Okay. Near future 2, Sword of Truth. And it's big. That's a big sword. That's a honking great sword. Final outcome 1, 2, and 3 of this whole legal process. There are some people going to prison. Up the river. A lot of people having a lot of money taken away from them. And in the end, poor little Trump does not go back into the presidency. Biden can sleep easy. He doesn't need to worry. All right. That is going to do it for me for tonight. But I will be back on tomorrow at noon, and I will definitely be on. I'll pull up the news as best I can at 1 o'clock Central Time, 2 o'clock Eastern Time tomorrow in the United States, and I'll turn off the monetization so we can just watch. Together. All right. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing this with me. Thank you for sharing this with me. I'm sorry, I'm getting tired. But I will be back Okay, bye. Mwah.